Welcome to part 2 of the interview with Allan Wesonga, who is, he works for Spectrum Freight. Actually, he's the owner of Spectrum Freight that actually ships goods and materials to Kenya. If you want to be able to ship your goods, whatever you need, he can be able to do so. And within 3 months, it will be right at your doorstep in Kenya. So I'm here to meet him, and he's packing quite a bit of stuff. Hey, Allan.
Hey, Vicky.
So these are going to Kenya?
These are all going to go to Kenya. So what we have is just small items like this. I'm just going to wrap, take care of it. Those are also just
I see
packaged.
this is like a...
It's like a Dutch oven.
It's a Dutch oven.
Yeah.
I mean, people are shipping even buckets.
Well, these are actually the story behind these. I just picked these up today, literally before this interview.
Yeah.
These are donation. And
Oh, it's a donation.
They're going to go in with the... We have filters from Filter of Hope. So there's a gentleman, there's a company called Eco Packing. They just purchased them. What we'll do, we'll take...
So these ones are going to be wrapped.
This is going to go exactly the way it is. I'm going to take a filter from there, put it in the bucket, and then start taping them together. And then that filter can give you about 10 years of, if you take care of it, 10 years of clean water. You'll
10 years
never
of
have
clean
to
water.
boil. Yeah.
And these ones
Just
are...
throw it in your backpack.
Okay, we'll take a look at them. And I see, this is even like a chair or something.
Yeah, that's it. So that is...
so when you're shipping these, you obviously you wrap it.
Typically, the client is supposed to take care of the wrapping and everything. Yeah, because... and then for my role, you're basically just giving me what is ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what we handle.
Don't tell me this guy is going to Kenya.
At some point it will. At some point it will. There's a few tweaks here and there I need to make on it.
So folks, if you are watching, look at this. Is it a forklift?
It's a forklift.
You can actually ship a forklift to Kenya, courtesy of Allan Wesonga Spectrum Freight, services. So do not just, try to wonder what you can do. If you want to be able to build at home, you can be able to ship building materials. Indeed, you can be able to ship even a forklift and far much more.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more that you can move. There's a lot of options you can do. It's not just creating nguo pekee na viatu and those kinds of things.
Yeah, I thought people only shop take electronics and such. I didn't know you can
take stuff that, for me personally, I'm going to use this on the other side. Instead of, I looked at pricing, purchasing one on the other side versus what I already have one.
Yeah,
right?
So you just take it home.
I just take it home with me on one of the shipments. So
this is very impressive. I mean,
yeah, karibu.
Yeah, let's take
all
a
of
look
this
at
is just I was kind of just cleaning out before you guys got here.
Okay,
and that's treadmill.
Oh, this is a treadmill.
Yeah, that's already broken down. That's ready to go.
Don't stress, guys. If you have a gym in Kenya and you want to be able to stock it up with the equipment, this is a treadmill that is on its way to Kenya from Indiana, and courtesy of the Spectrum Freight. So this is a high quality treadmill.
Yeah, that's an Echelon brand. So that one it will be on its way home. But typically, container will just come and dock when either one of them.
So typically, when the goods come in through there.
Yeah, they come in through there. So that truck that's out there, the box truck, is dock high. What we mean dock high, it's almost like walking on the floor, clear across. So,
so you just walk right into
the truck and get the stuff out. It's a lot easier that way.
So you receive the goods and then you
pull a pallet.
You have to have a pallet. Yeah.
I prefer just using the pallet. It's easier on my back.
Yeah.
Because most cases I'm doing this by myself. So get the pallet and then I start putting your stuff on the pallet, shrink wrap it, and then get it in and hold it in there.
Okay, so then you hold them into the
in there, and then when I'm 100% ready, I know we're full or close to getting full. I've already made my arrangements with the shipping line. Containers coming, already got my driver, everybody, you've lined up everything. That's the time now we get the container in, and then it'll take me, could take me a day, could take me 3 days, and we're done. Then seal the shipment and it's on its way.
And you said you accompany these shipments to Kenya?
Say that again?
I mean, do you know, so you say you're the one who received the same?
I will go and receive the same shipment on the other side.
Okay.
So I'll chase it
You keep tracking it
I'll
on the
track it,
system.
and then once I know it's docked in Port of Mombasa, then I start looking for a ticket. And then get the clearance and paperwork, get everything ready. And we go and hand off the goods once we're done. So pay the taxes on it, and then get it to where we call it break in bulk. That's when we're now separating the cargo.
So when the KRA, the revenue services in Kenya, they'll check every item.
They'll check the container, they'll scan it, they'll check the container, validate what we've presented to them, matches what is in that container. They'll go through everything.
It has to match the manifest.
It has to match that manifest, the BOL, everything has to be in order. If it's not in order, like we were discussing earlier on, then that's when we tend to kind of have a little bit of issues here and there. But we iron it out. So if it's really egregious, then they'll fine those kinds of things. But eventually, I mean, we'll get the job done. We'll get
Oh my God! So you're always on flight.
That's the part of the reason I'm traveling, is also because I'm going to put the whole thing together. I can go and answer those questions.
Yeah.
I
mean,
as needed.
That means at least Spectrum Freight is different.
We do it. It's different.
It's very
the way
different
we've been
because
doing it is different.
you guys here are able to, get the goods and from the clients, and then you pack it yourself, you monitor everything, and then you are shipping it to Kenya, and then again you fly to Kenya to receive it.
Yeah.
And clear, and at the same time again put it on road or rail all the way to the villages.
It's final. We call it the final mile. So that's
the final
part
mile.
of it. Yeah. So what we'll do if we have.
And you're doing it yourself.
Yeah. So at that point now, we'll end up hiring. We'll end up hiring. Say if we need a vehicle and it's going to cover, say, Western, Busia, all of those, Kisumu, we can put everything on one vehicle, and now we're tracking one driver all the way through. So it gives that driver an opportunity to earn a little bit of money. But it also gives you guys the peace of mind.
Yeah.
You're not worrying, hey, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? Once it gets there, then they'll deliver it at the door. They take a picture.
Oh, they take a picture.
They contact me. And then I'm sure at some point you, as the person receiving, will also call and say, hey, zimefika salama. And then we move on to the next
customer is happy.
Yeah.
So when did you start Spectrum Freight?
Spectrum Freight actually started off, I want to say maybe 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Oh, so you've learned the ropes for sure. 4 years is a long time.
But we were also doing trucking as well. So that's part of the reason we have that truck. We were on the road as truckers as well.
In the US?
In the US. And then the last 2 years have been so busy. We've not been able to get back on the road. But also the economy's had a downturn on this side. So it's got impact on trucking world. So now we're more focused on freight. And if the opportunities come, we take them.
So basically you are into logistics.
100%, yeah. There's no other plan.
You are in logistics. You talk of trucking in the US. Your goods, go by rail to New York. They get on a ship. You get on a flight. You literally use all.
We're constantly moving.
You're constantly moving.
Constantly moving. It's busy. Right now, we just a handful of things here and there. But we just shipped last weekend.
Last weekend there was a shipment so right now it's on the seas.
It's not on the seas. It's in New York. So that's why I have this thing. I have to get in here and put paperwork. I have to finish paperwork at least today, no later than tomorrow.
Do you ever sleep, Allan?
I do sleep. Find time. I find time. I find time. But also, even while we're on the road, even with that truck, there's times where you just power down.
Oh yeah, you have to
just power down. Or if worst case scenario, unaingia kwa hoteli.
Oh yeah, and you just decide you log off and shut down and
and then get stuff going.
Impressive, really impressive.
Yep.
But in my mind, I'm still thinking this guy was doing IT. Now he's doing freight. But let's see what you have in here.
Karibu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in here is where I hold the freight.
Yeah. Is this a photocopier?
That's a photocopier. So that is, I didn't have space for it on the last shipment.
This is for a client.
That's mine.
This is yours.
That's mine. So sometimes what will end up happening, I will forgo my stuff and get the client stuff in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Because this one was not 100% ready. I still have to pad it.
Oh yeah.
Those kinds of things. So I figured
And I figure like you normally try just to squeeze in whenever there is space.
If there's space for me.
Yeah.
If there's space for me. If there's no space for me, then I take care of the clients first, and then this I'll suck. I have to put some work into it, and then you'll get on the next one. There'll always be another container going.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is on the...
This is on the... It was, again, we ran out of space for it just because it's an odd shaped item. So what will end up happening with this, it will go on this next shipment.
You mean Kenya shipping everything, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this one is this is going to go home as well. It'll be on this next shipment along with that unit behind you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What is this?
That is a refrigerator. So I kind of, the other side is glass. So,
so
I
it's
kind of have it
protected.
facing that way, so it's protected. Yeah.
I mean, it's such a big refrigerator. I mean,
this is, it's commercial grade.
It's commercial grade.
It's commercial grade, yeah. I can kind of maybe scoot it around, but yeah. This is commercial grade.
So, I mean, Allan, it's very clear that you literally ship each and, I mean, everything you can think of, right?
It is basically, because a lot of things...
But of course you said anything legal.
Anything legal, but...
You don't do alcohol, you don't do pharmaceuticals, of course no weapons, no drugs.
The pharmaceuticals and the alcohol will come with a hefty... You need
some paperwork.
A lot of paperwork to get those going. And then the price tag on it, you start doing the math, is it worth it? Yeah.
But I was also going to ask you, what about the other way? Do you ship from Kenya
I haven't started that journey. So what I'll do this year, I was planning to do a pallet at some point coming in. Because the process going to Africa, going to Kenya,
it's more easier.
It's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're more familiar with how that works.
Yeah.
This year, the goal is to familiarize ourselves with what's coming back this way.
Yeah.
And how we can get it in easily without, because you'll have three options once it gets here.
Yeah.
If it's good, it'll pass. If you don't have everything lined up correctly, you'll have to make a choice. It's one of two things. You either send it back, and when you send it back, it's a cost again.
Yeah.
And it's going back as,
oh my God,
as an import. So you have to receive it on the other side as an import. Or you pay for it to get destroyed.
Oh, it's all costly. It's more risky.
There's a lot of...
And then the other way around, mostly, maybe people just want to be able to bring in mostly foodstuffs.
What a lot of people have been asking to bring back on this side, there's food. And it's mostly been the food.
Yeah, because I see many African stores, are really...
They're coming up.
They're really coming up, and restaurants, so they want a lot to be able to meet the African cuisine for the Kenyans who live in the US.
I think once they figure out, is it contact tracing or whatever, they have to figure out a lot of things on the other side, because how they're handling it versus how it's handled from this end, how they want it handled on this end, that's where there's a huge gap. And that's why I've always been like, I don't want to touch it just yet.
Okay.
So we'll start.
I was going to ask you, so what about if you want to ship to the rest of the East African countries? Because I know there are people in Uganda, Tanzania, Malawi who watch this show.
So as we were talking about the transport to Western Kenya, on occasion we have freight going to Uganda.
Okay.
And I drop it off in Busia. They come and pick it up and take care of their process. Okay. The guys in Tanzania, Namanga, they come and figure it out.
So you get it up to the border point, and then
they figure it out from that point on.
Yeah, because
they are they should be more familiar with their process.
Okay, so if you are watching and you want to be able to ship your goods all the way from the US to these East African countries, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, even South Sudan, then contact Allan or through Spectrum Freight, and I will be able to deliver. Yeah, we've done one to Sudan, and then that was right before that war broke out. Okay. So then right now it's a bit different. A lot of things changed, because even I think that gentleman that his shipment got there, cleared everything, and then the war breaks out and he loses his entire consignment. So, yeah.